All right, here's the first story from the post-millennial writing about me.
Very quickly.
So I thought it was really funny because we were pulling up stories and I'm like, what's the biggest news of the day? Is it the recession that we are in that Biden's denying? And then Lydia pulls up, breaking news.
The biggest news.
Timpool goes to war with Twitter over groomer controversy. Journalist Timpool went to war with Twitter on Monday after the social media platform locked him out of his account for criticizing groomers. And I just went off. I pulled up a whole bunch of stories about Twitter protecting pedophiles. Like, not hard. They also blocked me from posting ads. I got 2 emails. One said your account is locked, and the other says you are now ineligible to post advertisements on Twitter.
Did you ever?
Yeah.
Oh.
I did an ad run for the song we did, Will of the People. Got like 3 million views.
Well,
and I was like, wow, that's actually better than YouTube. So, hey, maybe Twitter's a good medium for putting this stuff. Not anymore, apparently.
They said you're blocked forever.
It just said my account is now ineligible to run ads.
Oh, okay.
All because I had a tweet. I can't even pull it up. They make you delete it. There was an image I saw, and it showed adult men showing sexual things to children.
Wow.
Overtly. This was not an issue of like a dude reading a book.
Yeah.
This was an issue of, I think it was like a dude reading a book pointing to sexual things or something like that. I honestly can't remember. But like, you guys know me. People are like, Tim's a fence sitter. Why would he do something like this? There are people on Twitter who will just call out overtly anyone as a groomer. Mine was like, I was making a literal point. They're like, hey, look at this. This is not just some dude reading a book. This is overt grooming of children. They locked me out and told me I had to delete it.
Wow.
So I don't think Twitter matters all that much, to be honest. The amount of people who saw that tweet is in the few thousand. It's like tens of thousands. And I was like, who cares? Like, what's the impact on society going to be if a bunch of people like me on Twitter see this thing? I don't care. But what do I do on Twitter? I ish post, and I make the blue checky journalists freak out when I post nonsense. That's more valuable. So the only people who actually see stuff on Twitter are journalists and I guess other commentators. So there's no real public value to it. So I just deleted it. But here's ultimately where we get to. I'll read you a few of these stories. EV Magazine, Twitter is a breeding ground for the normalization of pedophilia. Daily Dot, Twitter accused of letting pedophiles discuss their sexual attraction to children. AP, Twitter is not placing sex offender notices on sex offender accounts.
Wow.
From the Next Web, Twitter lets pedophiles publicly discuss their attraction to minors, Scholar argues. And then I said Twitter actively protects and supports pedophilia. It's just overt and outright right now.
Yeah, and the fact that they suspended your account for what you did is literally that. Right? I mean, they're more upset about you saying, hey, look at what these people are doing than the fact that people are doing that. So they are directly protecting these individuals.
Yep.
So
that's right.
Yeah.
I get the vibe that when you're in a culture war or any conflict, really, if you establish vulnerability in your foe, you don't want to have fun with it, because then that gives them a time to build up a defense mechanism towards it. So like this groomer narrative, it's very effective because people have been grooming children sexually. Yeah. We see it on, on videos and crazy stuff. But if people just start LOL, groomer, you start to see other people establish an immune response. And that's what the Twitter admins have done by saying you can't even call people groomers. Groomer is a neutral term. Parents groom children to be great people. Some people, like, grooming is just getting someone ready to become something. And I think it's insane that it's taken, that people have forced it to become this negative connotation when we should really be focusing on the behavior and not what it's called.